Become present in your space and just block out anything out of your mind. Keep your to-do list. This is your time. This is your moment to take care of your body, your self-care. Okay, so we're just gonna stand here and we're gonna breathe. So your feet are about shoulder width apart, belly button to spine. Your shoulders are stacked over your hips. You can keep your eyes open, you can keep your eyes closed, whichever is comfortable for you. And just take a deep breath in through your nose for 3, out through your nose for 3. And maybe practice your ujjayi breathing, which is just a gentle restriction in the back of your throat. So you want to think about fogging in a mirror. Okay. And just breathe here for a few breaths. Okay, I begin to find some movement here. So we're just gonna we're gonna forward fold. So you wanna hinge from your hips. So we're gonna take it slowly this time, very slow, so you can get used to the movement. Forward fold, crown and head facing the floor. We're gonna hang here for a few breaths. You can do some gentle sway side to side if that feels good. You can nod your head up and down, side to side, nice and loose, nice and heavy. Placing your hands on the floor, you're gonna bend your knees, you're gonna drop your hips. And you're gonna raise your hips back into that forward fold. We're gonna drop your hips again. And then raise your hips forward fold. And we're gonna gently rise up, take it nice and slow, vertebrae by vertebrae. When we come to the top, we're gonna roll our shoulders back for 4. So really exaggerate, really open up that chest, squeeze the shoulder blades. That's for about 3 and 4. We're gonna forward fold again, so gently hinge from the hips. Forward fold, crown facing the floor. We're gonna bend our knees, sit our hips back. We're gonna rise our hips again, forward fold. Do that again, sit down. Rise the hips, and then bring it back up slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. When you come to the top, we're gonna roll our shoulders forward. So forward, open up, inhale, and exhale, 2, 3, and 4. We're gonna do that 2 more times, but a little bit quicker. So go ahead, forward fold, hinging from the hips, crown head facing the floor, bending the knees, dropping the hips, raise the hips, dropping the hips, raising the hips, and then slowly come up. I hear some knees cracking. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, dropping the hips, rising the hips, dropping the hips, rising the hips, rising up. Breathe. Rolling your shoulders forward. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Finding stillness, and just begin to rotate your neck one way for about 4, 3, 4, other side. That's for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Rotating your wrists one way for about 8, up to the sky, forward, and then rolling it back. Open and close the hands. Inhale and exhale. Just putting your hands on your hips and just begin to rotate the hips, loosen up the hips. 3, 4, and 5. In the other direction, that's for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we're going to come to the back of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. You're gonna walk your hands into a plank. You're gonna drop down to your knees into tabletop. Open up the knees, toes to touch. Come into child's pose, or work your way to child's pose. Come into swan, inhale, kick up the heels. Exhale, come into child's pose. Inhale, come into swan. A couple more times. Child's pose and swan. Come back to that tabletop. Let's do some cat and cows here. So go ahead, drop the belly, looking up at the sky. Inhale, and then exhale, coming to cat. Inhale, looking at the sky. And exhale, coming to cat, looking at your belly button. A couple more times. Inhale and exhale. Finding stillness, we're going to come into our first downward dog. So rising up those hips, pushing that chest towards your upper thigh. Begin to pedal those feet. Your hands are nice and wide, middle finger facing the mat, chest towards your upper thigh. We're going to walk our feet towards our hands. We're in our forward fold. We're in our back extension. Back into forward fold. Bending those knees, rising up, inhale. Interlace the fingers, reach up, exhale. Stretching over to your right. Stretching over to your left. Taking it back to center, inhale. Exhale. Hands to heart center. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna step our right leg back. We're gonna come into that high lunge. We're not gonna hold it too long. We just wanna get a workout here. We just wanna warm up the body. And then we're gonna come into warrior two. You're gonna reach forward, come to that side angle pose. Lean up against that wall, pretend there's a wall up against you, so you're not hunching. So taking it back to warrior two, and then reach back for sun warrior. Back to warrior two, straighten out the front leg. Let's come for triangle. Reach forward for triangle. Again, lean up against that wall. Bring it back to center. Spin that back heel up for that high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold from that front leg. Back foot meets the front foot. Forward fold. Come into your back extension. Back into forward fold. We're going to come into that plank. We're going to come all the way down to the floor, to your belly. We're going to come into our child's pose. We're going to come into swan. And we're going to rise back up into that downward dog again. And this time we're going to rise our left leg. You can stack the hips. Place that left leg down. We're going to walk our feet towards our hands. Forward fold. Coming into back extension. Forward fold. Bending those knees, rising up, inhale. Interlace the fingers, exhale. Stretching over to your right. Stretching over to your left. Inhale, rising both arms up. Exhale. Hands to heart center. Okay, so now we're going to step our left leg back. So reach up, inhale. Exhale, come into that warrior two. Reach forward, come to that side angle pose. Take it back to center. Reach back, sun warrior. Back to warrior two. Straighten out that front leg. Reach forward, drop down. Triangle. Up against your wall. Take it back to center. Spin that back heel up. Come to that high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold from that front leg. Back foot meets the front foot. Forward fold. Back extension. Forward fold. We're going to come back into a plank. We're going to slowly lower down. All the way down to the belly. We're going to come into that warrior two. We're going to come all the way down to the floor, to your belly. We're going to come into that plank. We're going to slowly lower down. All the way down to the belly. We're going to come into that warrior two. We're going to slowly lower down. All the way down to the belly. We're going to come into that plank. We're going to slowly lower down. All the way down to the belly. We're going to slowly lower down. All the way down to the belly. We're going to slowly lower down. All the way down to the belly. We're going to slowly lower down. All the way down to the belly. We're going to slowly lower down. All the way down to the belly. We're going to slowly lower down. All the way down to the belly. We're going to slowly lower down. All the way down to the belly. We're going to slowly lower down. All the way down to the belly. We're going to slowly lower down. All the way down to the belly. We're going to slowly lower down. All the way down to the belly. We're going to sl We're gonna come to a capital T. So extend the arms out. So make sure, a lot of people do this wrong, so make sure you follow me. So you're gonna lift that right foot up. You're gonna take that right hand. You're gonna place your left ear. You're gonna flip that right foot over. Stamp behind you. Yeah, flip it over, stamp behind you. There you go, perfect. And rest your ear on the mat. Just hang out here for a few breaths. Open up that knee and breathe. So the stretches we're gonna hold for a few breaths. This is a deep body stretch. While you're there, see if you can open up the knee just a little bit more, get a deeper stretch, if it feels good. Looking for a deep body stretch with no pain. Okay, we're gonna take it back to center. We're gonna do the other side. Okay, so now lifting that left foot up, taking that right hand to help you push that left foot behind you, stamp that foot behind you. Getting a nice deep stretch in that shoulder, opening up that knee. Great, taking it back to center. So just go ahead and make a little pillow with your hands. Pick up those heels and just do some little windshield wipers to release. Then you can turn your head other direction, get a little gentle neck stretch at the same time. Okay, so this time you're going to go ahead and reach back for boat. So let's see if you can grab your feet here. And your gaze is just out in front of you, not too high, don't strain your neck. So drop your chin and just look out straight in front of you. And see if you can do a little bit deeper, reach up, squeeze the shoulder blades. And that's for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Do those windshield wipers. Release. Okay, let's come up into tabletop. Okay, we did some back bends there, so we need to counter stretch that. All right, so just go open up the knees, toes a touch, and scoot your hips back. Let's counter stretch that stretch. Just stretch out your arms nice and long. Just breathe, relax. Just make your body nice and heavy on the mat. So go ahead and walk your hands over to the right. And then put your left hand over your right hand. And you want to think about pulling, or your left hand over your right hand, pulling that left hip down. So you want to get a nice side stretch on the left side. So think about pulling that left hip down. Then just placing your head on the mat. Just relax into it. Breathe. And then go ahead and walk it over to the other direction. So now placing your right hand over your left hand, and then pulling that right hip down. And taking it back to center, and then rising up. So this time we're going to come on our knees. So be very careful with this pose because it's your head, it's your neck. So take your time. Interlace your fingers, pull your shoulders back and down, and then taking your time, very gently, work your head towards the mat, and see if you can flip your hands over your head. Nice little shoulder opener here. Take your time. Go ahead and try that. And you can use your block too. If your head doesn't hit the mat, use a block. Very gently release. Bring your knees together. We're going to come into embryo pose. We're going to sit on the tops of our feet. Knees are together. And just forward fold. And just place your hands on the side. And just relax into this pose. Breathe. Relax your eyes. Relax your mouth, your tongue. The space between your eyebrows. Enjoy the stretch. Then we're going to rise back up. Now we're going to stretch out our toes. This is a part of our body that we don't think about, right? Especially if we're on heels. My toes cramp up a lot, so I love this pose. I pretty much do it in every class I do. So we're on our toes. Your hips are sitting on your heels. So try to find some mat between your toes. This can get really intense. So at any moment, if it's too much, just comes up on the tops of your feet. So over here, we're going to do some movements to distract us, hopefully. So we're going to rise our hands up. Take our hands heart to center. And so over here, let's come into eagle pose. So you're going to take your right arm to go under your left for eagle pose. So right under your left, and you're going to put your hands together. You're going to drop the shoulders. You're going to opening up the shoulders here. And then see if you can pull your hand away from you for a nice stretch in the shoulder here. There you go. That's for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you haven't done toes pose before, this is going to be intense. So go ahead and just release, get out of it, shake it out, get the blood flowing back. And then we're going to do eagle pose on the other side. Okay, so let's come back into that toes pose. Okay, so now we're going to put our left under our right for eagle. And then drop the shoulder blades and see if you can pull your hand away. Get a deeper stretch. That's for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and release. Just kind of rock it back and forth, get that blood flowing back into the toes, the feet, the knees. let's go ahead and roll over your ankles. And let's extend our feet out in front of us for staff pose. So you want to sit on the sit bones. So some of us have a little more flesh than we care for. So you have to kind of move things around. Go ahead and do that. So we're going to open up the chest, open up the chin. Inhale, raise your hands up. Exhale, forward fold. So your feet are flexed, your toes are pointing towards you. Inhale, exhale. On the exhale, try to deepen your stretch. Inhale, exhale. So once you're fully extended, you can gently round your upper body and just drop your chin. So think of nose to knee here. Inhale, exhale. On the exhale, try to go a little bit deeper if it feels good. Inhale, exhale. We're gently going to walk it back up. And so for this next one, we're going to get a nice deep knee stretch as well as a foot stretch. So when you do this one, you want to take your right leg. So what you want to work towards is that back of that foot is facing the sky. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. This might be your pose. That's probably all you got. If you want more, go ahead and lay back. So some people can go all the way down. I'm not quite there yet, but do what you can. Take your time. Do what you can. And if you want a little more, you want to activate your thyroid. If it feels good, you can throw your head back. Open up your thyroid. And then very gently take your time. Take your time. Slowly come out of it. Get that blood flowing back. That can be a little tense. Take your time. And then shake it out. Oh yeah, I feel it. I can feel it. All right, so just shake it out. So that same leg, that right leg, you're gonna put your right foot on the side of your left leg. Okay? So we're gonna go ahead and do that forward fold again. So rising your chest up, your chin, inhale, rising both arms up. Go ahead and forward fold over that leg. Inhale, exhale. Nose to knee. Inhale, exhale, a little bit deeper if you can, if it feels good. Then gently pop it up. Nice. Okay, so now we're gonna do a twist. So same leg, we're gonna take that right foot to cross over your left leg. And you're gonna find a nice tall spine. So just making sure your shoulders are stacked over the hips. You're gonna take that left arm to twist over to your right. So you can grab it or you can cross it over. Now that back arm, you're pulling that shoulder back. So open up that shoulder and see if you can look behind you. Okay. So inhale, exhale, breathe. We're gently gonna move to the other direction. So keep the legs the same way, you're just gonna turn the other direction. And then pull that shoulder back behind you and look behind you, open up. Very gently come back to center. Okay, good. Okay, let's do the other side. So now we're gonna take the left foot. Same thing, so the back of that left foot is facing the sky. And so one side may feel different. You might be tighter on one side than the other. So you're about to find out. Go ahead and lean back. All right. And then gently take your time, pop it back up. Then extend that leg, shake it out. And now we're going to place that left leg on the inner thigh. Then open up the chest, open up the chin. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. On the exhale, try to go a little bit deeper if you can. If it feels good. Gently come on up. We're going to do that twist on this side. So before you start, making sure you're stacked, then taking that left foot to cross over your right, lifting that right arm, and then twisting towards that left leg. You can hold on to it this way, or you can cross over, and then opening up that shoulder behind you, and looking over that shoulder. And very gently, same leg, and just reverse other direction. And again, open up that shoulder behind you. We're going to take it back to center, and then extend that leg out in front of you. And let's go ahead and come into a butterfly here. So while we're here, let's see if we can push our legs down. Open up those hips. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. gonna take that right leg, we're gonna hold it like a baby. So rock the baby. So just some gentle sway side to side. And then I'm keeping that foot flexed. And see if it feels good. See if you can bring that leg even closer. There you go. So get a little deeper stretch there. And then some just gentle movements here. And if you find a sweet spot that feels really good, just stay there. Stay there and hold it. Again, a little bit. I'm getting looser. Inhale, exhale. And the exhale, go a little bit deeper if you can. All right, so over here, let's see if we can extend our leg out to the side. Let's see how that works out. There you go. Nice, good stretch. And you can also work with that leg, see if you can pull a little bit closer to you. Nice. Great, let's see if we can come into a cow face pose. So what you're working towards is that knee to come into center. You're gonna cross that one over. And then the feet are flexed. So you're working towards those knees coming on top of each other. I'm not quite there yet myself, I'm getting close. These feet are flexed. This is the head, these are the ears, okay? You see that? Okay, so find a nice tall spine. This might be it for you, okay? But if you can, see if you can forward fold over that leg. So inhale, exhale. This is about as far as I can go. Okay, so inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So just do whatever works for your body. Okay, so inhale, exhale. On the exhale, go a little bit deeper. I'm just holding here. This will be a little intense. Again, if it's too much, come out of it, guys. Nice, gently come out of it. And then we're gonna just do some windshield wipers. So just put the legs out to the sides and just gently do some gentle sway side to side, loosen up. There you go. So just kind of flop over to one side, hold that stretch. There you go. Kind of just push that hip down, that stretch. And we'll do the other side. Just a little release and other side. All right, take it back to center. All right, we have one other side. All right, same thing. All right, this is my tight side, so I'm not gonna be as flexible on this side. The foot is flexed, so we're gonna rock our baby here. Okay, so make sure you don't mess up the sides. don't do the same leg. All right, I can tell I'm not doing the same leg. This is really tight. All right, so just rock your baby here. Inhale, exhale. See if you can bring it a little bit closer. You're gonna do those gentle rocks side to side. Or find stillness. So whatever your body needs today. And just breathe. Breathe into it. Listen to your breath. Concentrate. If you need to close your eyes, close your eyes. Try to relax your eyes, your mouth, your tongue. All right, we're going to take it out to the side. Good job, guys. Try not to slouch though, try to keep a tall spine. There you go. so I'm gonna go ahead and do that cow face here. So go ahead and take that knee up in front of you, and then we'll cross that leg over. You're looking for the cow knees on top of each other, or as close as you can. Feet are flexed. Find that nice tall spine. Stay here if that's all you got. If you can, see if you can forward fold. Inhale, exhale. Nice, gently come out of it. Good job, guys. You're hanging in there. Nice. Just go ahead and, I know I feel it. Just go ahead and gently move it around. Again, just flop it over one side, and just push the hip down on that side. And then switch other side. So we're going to extend our legs out in front of us. We're going to work our way down. So just going to, let's do a full body stretch. So just interlace the fingers, squeeze the glute, stretch the feet, and reach back behind you. Grabbing onto your left wrist, stretching over to your right. Your right wrist, stretching over to your left. Taking back to center, and then picking your knees up. Then you're going to place your right foot over your left knee, and just push your right thigh away. So inhale, exhale. We're digging into those hips today, really good. Just for a couple of breaths here. And go ahead and pick that bottom foot up, and then you're going to reach behind your knee or over your knee, whatever's comfortable for you. So stay there for a few breaths. Let me see if I can dim the lights a little bit so we can relax. And breathe into it. Okay, so while we're there, oh well, came back on again. All right. Okay, so while we're here, let's come for a twist. You're going to twist your legs over to your right, your arms over to your left, Just for gentle stretches for a couple of breaths. And then take it back to center, other side, same legs. And then bring it back to center. And let's do the other side. So placing that right foot down and putting our left foot over our right knee. And then we'll push our left thigh away. So inhale and exhale. And I'm going to keep your eyes open or closed. Just going to relax into it. Inhale, exhale. And then we're going to pick up that bottom foot. We're going to reach behind that knee or over the knee. So you want to keep your feet flexed while you're doing this here. Inhale, exhale, and exhale, to your stretch. place our foot down, and then we're just going to come for a gentle twist. So move your legs over to the left, your arms over to the right. For a couple of breaths. And then take it back to center and just reverse direction here. I'm going to take it back to center. And then while we're here, we're just going to, let's come into your bridge. I feel like a bridge here. So make sure when you're doing your bridge, you're not turning your head side to side, you're up in front of you, so don't twist your neck. So your knees are about shoulder width apart, your feet are close to your hips. Make sure before you start, your lower back is on the floor. So I'll show you a few ways to do this. So you can just lift the hips, squeeze the glute. If you want a little more, you want some chest expansion, tuck the elbows underneath, grab onto your hands and squeeze the glute to get some chest expansion. If you have a full wheel in your practice, you can flip your hands over and come into full wheel. Okay, so it looks like that's not happening for us today. So just choose whichever works for you. Just for a few breaths here. I love bridge. It feels so good for my back. And then very gently, just if you're in chest expansion, go ahead and place your shoulders back on the mat and just gently come down vertebrae by vertebrae. Take your time. And then just do those windshield wipers to release. And then we'll do our counter stretch after that. Release first. All right, so bring in those knees, lower back to the floor, and just rock side to side. And then we can go a little deeper, nose to knee. Just that lower back. And then placing your feet down. And then we'll just extend our legs out for Savasana. And close it off here. So while we're here, just relax. Just make your body nice and heavy on the mat. So relax your feet, relax your calves, relax your upper thigh, relax the belly, relax the fingers, make them nice and loose. Your arms are nice and heavy. Relax your mouth, your jaw. Relax your eyes. Relax your tongue. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. And sigh out of your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Hold it. And sigh. From here, just slow, easy breaths in through your nose, out through your nose for 3. We're going to turn to our side for embryo pose. Just make a little pillow with your bicep. We're going to work our way up to close the class. And then we're gently going to pop it back up. Easy seat. Then one last stretch. So inhale, raise both arms up. Exhale, so dropping your picture arm and stretching over to the pictures. And rising both arms up, then other direction. Rising both arms up, inhale, then exhale, hands to heart center. As you move forward in your day, we're night now, we're nighttime. May you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart. From my heart to yours, namaste. I hope you have a good night. I'm used to the morning. I say as you move on in the day. We're already done with the day. All right, thank you so much for coming out. I hope you like that.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I hope you're able to sleep better tonight because of the stretches, that they're relaxing. So when I teach this class, like I said, I like to do a warm up, and I try not to make it like a workout. Did you guys feel like it was a workout? Were you sweating or?